Oh, you son of a bitch. That's the second coffee, so don't blow that over. You ready? How long has it been? What was your last one?
I went around a little bit. This knee was done in March. So
Right.
we rode around here and stuff a little bit before that.
Yeah, but when was your last actual trail ride? What? That can't be right.
I rode around here in 22.
I'm trying to think, what was the last one? When did you?
I don't know.
Oh, your seat didn't auto turn on. Good morning, Patrick. Oh boy. Hopefully this mic and everything works, because haven't tested any of this shit yet. First impressions, tons of changes. See how this thing goes. It feels kind of stiff already, but we're not really taking anything at speed yet either. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble on this thing. Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble on this old girl. This thing's a unit. I can't believe when you set these things up right, this Pro Steer, I mean, look at this snow right here, right? It's super loose, there's no base to it. We got one hole. Yeah, this stuff's so loose, and these Pro Steers are just carving it right out. When you get the right ski pressure and you're set in and everything, I mean, this is crazy, man. These things should not work this good in this loose snow. Uh-oh, toe on the Yama dog, that ain't good. Big toe job on the old Yama dog, you hate to see it. We're a little stiff everywhere. It's the initial little bumpy boys. Man, this engine is awesome, dude. Yeah, we gotta take a couple clicks out of the back. The front I'm okay with. It feels like we might be a touch stiff up front too, dancing around a little bit. But the back, our initial small chop is a little stiff, so I'm gonna take a couple clicks out of that rear shock, stick in the trail. Oh yeah, this thing's sick. We're just rolling the rug out behind us. We're not hooking, but man, this thing's badass. A little train track crossing. First impressions, how is it?
I gotta stop for my shocks.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking bumpy.
Yep.
This thing's gonna be one flat corner machine.
Hell yeah.
It has stock carbides on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
pushing, but this thing is gonna carve.
That's sick.
It's fucking flat as can be.
Yep. That thing, impressive.
Oh, it looks like it goes good.
It's fucking sick.
Barely.
Look at this knothead in the middle of the trail. Mobsy, what are you doing in the middle, brother? All right. Should have waited and stopped right up here, but we're all excited, you know? It feels bottomless. That's incredible. Another Comp Turbo. Things are gonna be everywhere, bro. We only sold 750. I'm so pumped with this thing right now, dude. I baselined it, right? Like I said, it's a little bit stiff, but it's exactly what I wanted. The response is amazing with the engine, the turn in on the bars, like with these spindles. Look at this thing, dude. We're just chilling. Like I'm having a conversation while we're riding right now with no effort. This is just, I couldn't have hoped for anything better. It's so nice when a plan comes together. Also, like the pro steers in this mush right now are amazing. We're running a Navigator and a Snow Stud 6-inch round bar, the Magnum. Like, we're not even pushing this thing. I got a little bit of front end shock work to dial in just to keep it flat. Holy shit, this thing's incredible. Oh my god, dude, yeah, we're getting in trouble on this. Oh shit, that stick was nasty, huh? Woo! Alright, we bottomed it right there, barely. Front track shock, rear was good. Oh my god, this thing is so good. Oh, it sounds sick. Let's go. We're pushing a bit now, but this is definitely pretty loose stuff. And as you can see, we're turning it up a bit, so that's expected. Yo, this thing's incredible. Yo, dude, this thing's stupid. Big snow boulder. I'm cooking though. This thing is simply amazing. Oh my god, dude, we're not even working it. Sick. Made a couple shock changes back at the last intersection. Took one click out of the rear shock and that softened up all the stiff little bits, so that's good. The front, we took that one click of rebound out. Holy shit, trees everywhere. I'll tell you later, because we're kind of in some thick of it here. Gotta pay attention, make sure there's no stumps or holes popping out. Whoa, a little bit of a hole there. Ski up over that. Whoa, big holes, big holes. Good job, old man. He took that like a champ. Reaction time's still there. Okay, we bottomed it real good on that sharp one there. Front track shock for sure. I haven't felt that that's too stiff yet, so I can throw a click of high speed into that thing. Leave the low speed where it's at. It's sick how responsive this thing is. It is exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, we took one click out of the rebound, went softer on the rebound so I can speed that return of the shock up a little bit, let the spring bring it back. I took one click out of the low speed compression, did not like that, put that right back in it. So yeah, we're one click out in the back, one click out on rebound, and it's pretty good. So far so good. Oh, it's bright as hell. They're all back there bickering about their cardos and whatnot. But so far, oh, it might be that guy that was parked on the side of the trail like an idiot on a blind corner in the shade. But yeah, all in all, it's great. Got 90 out of it, and the loose fluff. It's 35 degrees out here, you know, so can't complain about that. We're over revving a little, but first shakedown, this is great. I'm sunning my eyes here because I can't see otherwise. Following old Charlie here on the 23 850 fresh motor. Like 3,000 miles. That thing popped last year, so that's fun. All the brands do it. It's not just one of them. They all let go. I'm gonna sound like quite the redneck, but you know, the accent is what it is. So 650 runs pretty good, man. Ooh, look at the wrap job on that bad boy. Happening, fellers. Set for like 95. Ow, dude. So yeah, we're getting right about 1-to-1 then. If we're hitting 90, we're getting really close to 1-to-1 shift out. Ow, goddamn stones, dude. Not stones, ice pellets. Holy heck, that one hurt. Charlie, quit throwing chunks at me, brother. You're killing me here. Ow!
Oh, right in the nipples.
right in the nipple. God, Charlie, come on, bro. Oh, not cool. Oh, fuck, another one, son of a bitch.
Oh, another one, son of a.
It's worse than it's a lot worse than a paintball. Oh, I'm gonna have bruises. I'm backing off. Those are fucking starting to hurt. Wow. Switch it up a little bit. Hop back on the Old Faithful here. Hopefully we get up front of this group. Yep. Oh my God, this thing's so different already. I told the old man, take it easy and get used to that thing. I feel like, oh my God, it does throw the chunks. Damn, Mobsy wasn't kidding. The flap is just too far off the ground. Yeah, I feel like the old man is not going to get back off of that thing once he gets a handle on it. This power's pretty nice. Stick over there. Yeah, like I was saying, with that muffler mod, you can cruise it around. It's nice and quiet. You really notice it at idle, you know, when the gate comes back open. But if you're just cruising, you can still be respectable and ride it through yards and do whatever, you know, by landowners and all that. But then when you're up here on these service roads, oh, here's a couple. When you're up here on these service roads where there's nothing around, you can let it eat, let it sing a little bit. But it's still not so high-pitched and annoying that it's like, you know, a straight pipe or some of those cans out there. It just, I think it's just right. But again, everything, like I said, is always just rider preference. Views up through here. Hard to believe it's December 16th right now, you know? Like, back home, all we've got is grass. Oh, Patrick f***ing hosed him, dude. Those reeds made a big difference. This thing's back to like what I remember it being at the beginning of the year, and I kind of, not necessarily chased clutching with it, but I, you know, swapped the spring, and I noticed that the spring made a huge improvement. I kind of just chalked it up to the spring, but just some of that was definitely those reeds starting to let go. It's just, it's more responsive. It wicks up a little bit quicker than it used to.
Oh, I haven't tuned it yet. I'm gonna get the cobwebs out of it. No hiccups or anything. But I got a jawed pipe. This way, right? This way. Like that. Trying to remove it.
Lefty loosen.
More than loosen.
Whoa, Pat! There you go, brother.
That looks like a Comp Turbo too.
Yep, yep. Woo, shot start is cool. All right. 2024 Comp Turbo. Hopefully the camera's pretty clear. She's stiff, all right. Where are we going, Patrick? So this is all going to be my very first initial impressions hopping on. I'm going to do my best to be completely unbiased because I am not brand loyal. I've had a ton of Skidoos. I've had a ton of Polarises. You know, I've had them all. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling. It's kind of like a G4 where it feels like it's slightly on the end of the spring a bit, just kind of sitting here dancing along. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's very plush. That initial set-in when you get the skis off the ground and come back down is really smooth. It's a little stiff on the small chop here. The partial throttle feels really good, but when you grab a handful, yeah, the suspension's working great. It's a little stiff on the small chop, but it handles that big stuff really good. The partial throttle's impressive. It's like you barely crack into it and it just kind of lights up and goes. Yeah, it runs good. It's so smooth you don't feel it pulling crazy hard. So I can see how a lot of people are kind of like, oh, it's not really blowing my socks off. It's so smooth. Yeah, this thing runs pretty damn good. The brake is not as good as I thought it was going to be. The feel is great. It does not start to really haul it down unless you really grab a handful. See what Patrick says. Pat, what do you think? The partial throttle's really good, but it's
certain areas it pulls like a fucker than others.
Yeah, if you grab a handful, it goes, but it's not like yanking your arms back. It's just kind of doing its thing.
Yeah, it doesn't rip past 90.
It's got a classic G5 too. It feels like there's a lot out in front of you. It feels like you're on the back of a dolphin. Hopefully I don't get stuck. That partial, like 8 throttle, is awesome. Yeah, when you grab more than half, I don't know if it's break-in or what it is, it just does not have that arm stretching pull that you would expect it to. And I'm not trying to hate on it. I know I'm going to get all kinds of flack from the Skidoo guys. Oh boy, what do we got here? But it's probably break-in. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, say that it's break-in. That initial, like right there, that little half, man, not even half, that little, look at, you see. I can't see it, watch it all, but you can. That partial throttle is awesome. Right here. Like, that is sick. But then when you grab a handful, it's like it goes right away. It fades right out. So, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Just like every other G5, it's kind of wide at the legs. You got your legs out a little bit farther, like your hips are kind of splayed out. It feels a little long up front, like I said, like you're on the back of a dolphin. These Mohawks are awesome, that initial turn in. I'm having to work a little bit to ride it right now though. Trying to play a little bit of catch up. It's not like I'm huffing and puffing, you know, but you're kind of, it needs some input to make it do what I want it to do. But again, big ski, big carbide, a lot of studs, it's kind of locked right in, so that's to be expected. The brake feels fine, it's just I thought it was going to be a lot more aggressive having 4 big old pistons on here. It sounds really good with the Jaws and the Diamond S on it. That partial throttle is great. The partial's sick. If it wakes up through break-in and you get even more on top of that partial and it doesn't fade out like it does now, that would be great. It's got the classic shaper bar. When you really give it the angle, it catches. Not a bad thing. You got to know it's going to do that. Whoa, big old hole, big old hole. Full throttle is just, it's not there. It doesn't, I don't know what, I mean, it's 36 miles on it, right? So it's got to be a break-in deal. But it does not have that arm stretch at full throttle. You give it an 8 throttle, and it pulls, it runs. Not exactly sure what we got going on. Again, probably going to get all the do guys really mad. Because I can't say it's blowing my socks off. It's really good. It's got a lot of the typical Gen 5 stuff where it does everything it's supposed to, but it's not really incredibly exciting to ride, if that makes sense. This is fun. We're just navigating. We're Bajan, you know, we're overlanding right now. I'm gonna put my tent out, get my little Coleman grill, make a hot dog or 6. Ryan, I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, brother. Trying to keep her clean. The brake has good modulation, but it's not as aggressive as I thought or hoped it would be. The seating is what it is for a Gen 5, you know, that's how they are. There's nothing crazy different there. Not making the pee-pee move a whole lot, but I hated the boost assault when I first got it until I, you know, went through and redid that whole thing. So new sleds, it's always a balance of getting them what you want. You grab a handful and it goes and it gets you up to 85, 90, yep. But it doesn't set. It doesn't set you back like, holy shit, we're moving. Yep. But if you give it 1/8 to like 3/16 of an inch of throttle, it fucking lights off and it starts pulling. Following Ryan on Pat's new 24-900. I'm on Ryan's sled that I did the Jaws pipe and muffler and everything on, the Comp Turbo here. That mid throttle is just the mid, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 to grabbing a full-on handful. It's just not there. Don't get me wrong, it goes. Like, it gets up to speed, and you look down, you're going 90. But like I said, there's another one! But it's just not that arm-stretching pull I think a lot of guys are going to hope they were, or hope for, you know? I'm going to chalk it up to being break-in, you know? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Dude, it's all the partial throttle. If you grab a handful of it, it doesn't do much. But if you can crack it just right, she fucking runs, man. It's all in that like first third of throttle. If you can keep it there, it wicks right up and takes off. But man, if you grab a handful, it kind of dogs out. I can't get past that. I really am having a hard time looking past that. It's like a BMW. It does everything you want it to do. Performance oriented, doesn't do anything weird. That's that. Let's see how this big old fucking boat goes. Oh baby, 24 900R fancy brake XRS. Yeah, okay. I already know I kind of miss this, dude. Yep. I miss my 900T a little bit now. This is bringing back the memories right away. Oh, that new throttle in sport mode is great. You can tell, coming off that Comp Turbo right now, this definitely feels, as it is, it feels lower, it feels more stable. It just feels lower. It's more of a touring fucking handling machine. Oh boy. It sounds cool. They did a good job with the muffler. If you blip it, you get a little bit of the I hope it comes through on the mic. Pilot skis doing pilot things. You get them into a hole with a bit of an angle, they kind of grab and try to throw more steering angle at it. I don't like that. Yeah, this thing rides pretty good. It pushes a lot. I hate these pilots. These things can go in the trash. Sounds great. Power's instant. The new throttle's incredible. This is a rig right here. It's soaking up all the small stuff. The Comp, you kind of have all that little bit of chatter, but it's, you know, it's there for the big hits on the Comp. This, I have a little bit of that uneasy feeling until I can push it into some big holes to know if it's going to catch and not bottom out and blow right through it. This new brake is not what I thought it was going to be at all. I'm really going to be completely honest and say I am really disappointed in this new brake. I thought this was going to be closer to the Polaris brake, but it just doesn't have that ratio advantage that the Polaris one does. The Polaris one being up on top of the chain case just gives you so much more leverage. It's harder on the chain, yes, but you get way more leverage and you get a little bit better feel. Unfortunately, this is just, the brake is not what I thought they were going to be. But that is what it is. I'm going to move on and keep trying to talk about what I'm feeling right here. It's just ever so slightly a little strong on rebound up front in a couple spots. Every once in a while I'll hit a bump and I'll feel it kind of spring back just a little bit too much, but it's not enough to even really warrant me changing it. I'm feeling it, so I'm talking about it. These pilot skis are very nervous. These things suck. But man, the 900R engine is so smooth, so nice. That sounds cool. That's pretty badass. These are great. I could own another one of these. Again, it's still a G5, right? So I feel like my legs are wider. I like the open footholds. I've never hated that. I've always kind of liked the open foothold. Once you get used to it, you can hook your foot in the stirrup over there. I like that. It's definitely, you notice the tunnel's wider so they can fit the 16-inch tracks, or they just haven't changed it. you feel that with your hips being out a little bit wider and the paneling. It does feel bigger. It feels a little bit longer up front. You know, that's the way the G5 is. It's just the bodywork and how they are. But yeah, these pilots are dog water. Coming up to the Poker Palace. Poker Palace here, kind of a staple of Island Pond in Northeast Kingdom. Yeah, this thing sounds cool. We're gonna have a little break here. Yeah, this is like home, baby. I do have this thing firmed right up on all the little stuff though, but I know I can drive it into a hole and not care. Curious what Pat thinks of the little 600 up there. My guess is he's gonna go, it's got no balls, but it's pretty good otherwise. Pat rides all the time. He's ridden everything his whole life. Damn good rider. Always has good feedback. His stuff always runs great. Hell of a guy to ride with. Tour guide Pat. Oh, I love this thing, dude. The seating, the handlebars, it's firm. You feel it like you feel all the little stuff, you know. I know a lot of people wouldn't like it, and I bring it up on the other sleds as I'm riding those of like, oh, you feel it like it's on the tail of the spring, but I know this one's on the tail of the spring. It's just the valving in it is stiff on all the initial stuff so that it handles the big chop really well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I put a set of them skis on my.
We can't beat the trails we've had today. Yeah, we had some mud holes, but this stuff is awesome. For December 16th, Brighton and the Snow Blasters and all the clubs up here did a damn good job. Unfortunately, I don't know all the names of the clubs that we rode, but if you saw your stuff on a video here, man, damn good job. Shout out to all the clubs as usual. Just love riding in the home state. It's so good. Our signage is great. It's just awesome. I can't get over the reeds in this thing. They made such a difference. The helix change, the current weight, all this stuff that it's pulling this on this warm of a day. It's like 36 degrees out here. Loose, heavy, mealy snow, and it's still pulling 80, 50, 81. I mean, crazy, dude. If anyone has a 23, if your reeds aren't bad, just swap them out, man. Big difference with the update here. Whoa, we got a little crooked there. Hit a rut. Oh, baby. Yeah, this thing's stiff at slow speeds and all the small chop, but once you start picking it up and hammering it into it, it's all coming back to me how much it soaks it all up. So I don't know how these ride videos are going to go. So let me know in the comments and stuff what you guys want to see more of. Do you want more commentating as I'm riding about what's happening and what we're doing and where we're going? Do you want just cool music over the riding audio and like live footage? You want some time lapse of riding? Like, let me know what you guys want to see, because I can set it up and record whatever. It's kind of a journey for both of us, right? Like, I'm learning all this stuff and trying to figure out what is entertaining for everybody to watch, and without your feedback I can't really change that or make things better. So reach out to me, let me know what you guys want to see. Do you want more of like the road trip up and the loading process and everyone hanging out, or let me know what I can do on my end to make these videos more exciting for you guys to watch and view. This is worth noting. The SPI brake pads I put in this are not nearly as aggressive as the stock ones on the 650. They work, but they don't have that initial bite. I'm going to have to switch that up. Either get some stock Polaris ones or get those HD cross-country pads for it. They just don't have the bite that the others did. Woo! Hang on! Damn, Charlie, why you blasting me, dog? This is going to spin like a son of a bitch. Yeah, Pat picked the pack down spot already. A fucker. I'll take the soft spot. I don't care. We'll give him one. In the fluff, we're still out half a sled. Let's go. They're changing the belt, messing around. I'm gonna go bomb this through the old rough stuff down through here, see how she goes compared to the Assault. I already know it's way better, but oh my god. The old man have the hand warmers on? What is he doing? He crazy. Yeah, this thing's where it's at. I mean, these are some fucking holes right here. Cross country boys. My spindles are taller. That's all I need to know. Because this thing is where it's at. Man, is this thing good. I mean, these are some big holes, and we are cranking through here. It's just gobbling it up. This is nuts. Good work, Andy. Good job, Polaris, with the long tail spring. You know who you are? I mean, this is loose mealy stuff. It's still turning pretty good, too. We're pecking our way back to the truck. The trails are getting pretty chopped up, but I mean, we've done close to 50, 60 miles, something like that. We can't complain for this being the first ride. This has been awesome. What a day, man. It's such a holy, look at the rig still here. Holy pecker. That's crazy. Wow. I'm surprised there's still this many people here. What a day.
What were you saying, other than you broke the handguard here?
That was you throwing the big boulder at me.
No.
Luckily it didn't hit
No.
my helmet.